Hi, my name is Anna J and I'm a curious mind who wants to meet interesting people. That's why this show is called Whattaya Say with Anna J. So, should we go and meet somebody interesting? Hi, thank you for tuning in to Whattaya Say with Anna J. And well, I'm Anna J. I am so happy that you joined us on this show. I am going to start my first guest. I'm going to start with his mission statement. And it reads, to create expansive and improvised music, awaken consciousness, and provide a cosmic musical journey into the unknown. This man's been touring Canada and the US coast to coast for the last 22 years and has performed over 1,700 concerts. He's released 9 CDs and has accompanied various musicians on stage to include the Winnipeg Chamber Orchestra. I know. Please welcome to the chair, David Hickey.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, David. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you. I appreciate being here.
I have been wanting to come to your concerts for a while, and I was not able to with my work schedule, but the fact that this opportunity came up, I really wanted to have a chance, and I thought, let's just meet for the first time on the chair.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So tell me a little bit what that means, because I'm a musician,
okay.
But it seems like you are more of an ethereal musician
yes.
of some sort. I mean, talk to me a little bit about where you come from. What's this about?
That's a good way of putting ethereal. Well, my musical background, or kind of where this originates from, is the music that I love. Mm-hmm. And one of the big influencers back in the day was the Grateful Dead, and
right.
I was very lucky to have seen almost 200 concerts before Jerry Garcia passed away. And my favorite part of the concerts that they performed was the improvisational part. And each of those band members came from various genres of music. The drummers, military and jazz, and Jerry Garcia was folk and country and bluegrass, and Bob Weir was rock, and Phil Lesh was classical. So you had this incredible combination of music that formed and infused into what became the Grateful Dead. And of course they had particular songs, but it was as Miles Davis put it, the music between the notes that really captured me, and what kept me going back for so many shows year after year. And that is the essence of what Crystal Journey is, that it's one long jam.
Right, but it's your jam.
It's my jam, with different instruments.
With different instruments. So do you set up a stage full of different instruments and then you go to them as people? And so what is the first note? Do you have written songs that you've created that you start off with? Because I know we've got a couple of bowls, which we're going to do in a minute. But walk me through what people can expect when they come and hear you. Because this is so unusual to me.
It is unusual. It's really cool too.
Yeah.
And I guess, like most of us are ADD in some way, and the fact that I've stuck with it for 22 years says something about it from my perspective. It keeps me entertained, keeps me focused, it keeps me interested. And in a world where we're so distracted by everything, whether it's billboards or our phones or whatever, the list goes on, but this music to me is a way of just shutting your brain off and allowing, like REM sleep, just being in that really nice altered state where you're not thinking about anything and you're just being in the moment. And the instruments themselves, it's a unique combination. I know we're going to talk about that. The bowls, the gongs, the santoors, the harmonica. You would think, how does that all fit together? But somehow it does. And somehow I've been able to, without any blueprint, just make it happen and make it work.
Right.
And I didn't set out to do this the way that it's turned out, and I'm as surprised as anybody that I'm still going.
So tell me, how did you start out? Then it kind of morphed into what you're creating now.
Well, I originally started with the bowls,
okay.
And that was a precursor to other, Tibetan bowls, chimes, bells. I guess the Eastern influence to what I do for sure.
Right. So you meditate, and are you a vegetarian? Are you all that and everything? And
there's a lot of people who think I'm pretty Zen. I'm not. I'm far from Zen. I'm the opposite of Zen. But the music, I'm Zen when I'm playing.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's cool.
When the music's over, it's another story. But I'm mostly vegan, vegetarian.
Yeah.
I don't meditate.
Okay.
I find it very difficult. I don't have any problem admitting that. And when I'm performing, I have a 2-hour meditation.
That's what it
For
feels
sure.
like.
Yeah,
I mean, I really want to go to one of the concerts. So.
And that's what this provides the audience with, and I believe that's why people keep coming back. Again, you know, where can you just shut off for a couple of hours?
Yeah.
Where, you know, concerts today, or, you know, whether it's digital or so loud, or, you know, I was a concert junkie back in the day. I haven't been to any concerts for years. I just find them too loud, too distracting.
Do you set up microphones so that the audience can hear, or does the sound just resonate through?
I try to play places that are acoustically favorable to what I do. The only instrument I mic is the santoors, just to give a little bit of punch to it.
Yeah, exactly.
The bowls, the gongs fill the room, no matter the space. Ideally, 1,000, 2,000 square foot room is what I look for, and good acoustics. Yoga studios, church halls, things like that. So that's my choice venue.
So what are the most people that you've played with, and the least people that? Well, I guess the least is probably just you and home practicing.
Yeah,
but,
well, that's I don't rehearse.
like, how
I don't
do you
practice.
silence hundreds of people? Because I have to silence them when I'm constantly like, shh, listen to me.
Yeah.
But how do you silence them?
Well, it's an easy task because the instruments do it.
Do they?
And people already are coming to the show with the idea that this is, you mentioned meditation, a place to come and just be and relax. So it's not a bar atmosphere. There's no drinking and drugs, and I mean, I'm sure people smoke pot or whatever, but I can't.
It's legal now.
Yeah, yeah. So
we can talk about it.
Yeah, that's not what this is. So, you know, I think, again, people are searching for something outside of themselves, and there's not a lot of options these days. So they're already coming with that idea that, you know, I just want to shut my brain off for a couple of hours. And whether they're new to it or they've been to multiple shows, they know that once the music starts, they're out. And the music kind of just tranquilizes you. I mean, it's really fascinating to see, as you mentioned, you know, a room full of people, maybe starting out sitting up or sitting in a chair, and by the end of the show, they're all on the floor sleeping.
Well, look at me, I'm leaning back just talking to you.
Yeah, totally. So it's the music that does that. And I can't really explain it scientifically, you know, what happens, what's the essence behind the music, you know, that the brain wave is, you know, vibrating at a certain frequency that shuts everything off.
Yeah.
I try not to get too technical with what I do.
Do you find different tones? Do you know, like, this tone is going to get them excited, and this tone is going to make them kind of cry, and this tone? Do you know the different things? Do you have like a story before you start, or is it the story the start?
That's a good question. I believe I don't bring a lot of esoterics to what I do. I let other people, you know, gurus and masters and all that. That's not me. I'm a performer, and I like to keep it that way.
Cool.
There's not a lot of mystery to me. This is the guy. This is who I am. But I do believe there's an intention behind what I do. And that's influenced by varying factors, whether it could be a full moon, could be an eclipse, could be how I'm feeling personally.
Right.
You know, I played a show right after my mom died. And so obviously it was full of emotion.
Wow, yeah.
And I performed a show the day after my dog died that I had for 16 years that was on the road with me at every show. So, you know, that's a factor in what I do. So emotions play a big part in what I do. And so that would, you know, kind of like, you know, the black keys on a piano, you know, like that invokes that, you know, darker side of things. And there, you know, if I'm feeling good, it might be the white keys tonight, you know, kind of thing.
Well, I'm getting a little excited about this. David, we're going to be back in 1 minute, and or like not even 1 minute. We're just going to set up some of David's musical instruments, and we're going to have a go. All right? We're going to see you in a minute. Thank you, David.
Yeah, thank you, Anna.
So, you see, we're on the floor right now because we got the instruments set up, and now we're going to actually put all that chatter to music. And I've got David Hickey. David, do you have anything to say that you're going to introduce us to the music now?
Yeah, this is a very small portion of my setup, so we don't have the gongs here today.
Yeah.
This is a Persian santur. It's Iranian.
Santur, yes.
And of course we have the bowls, and I played that with the harmonica. And
mention the website.
Yeah, www.crystaljourney.ca. We've got some local shows in September and New Year's Eve.
Oh, good.
big New Year's Eve show.
And you've got some of the music and all the information
All on
there.
the website. And of
Yeah.
course, Crystal Journey on the Facebook page has a lot more, lots of pictures and stuff. So
Well, shall we get into it?
Shall we do it? Let's
I'm
do
on the
it.
floor. I'm ready. Wow.
So
That's great.
you know, you were mentioning earlier, you know, is it improvised? Do I have written music? It's just on the fly. So whatever again, whatever influences.
But yet you were finding I was finding you that there was some melodies that were repeating, and then you added something, so different layers. Now, was that conscious?
No.
Or subconscious?
Subconscious.
That was subconscious.
Yeah. So
That's really cool.
the really cool thing about how I perform is I'm a listener too.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to happen. Now, in my regular setup, which is much larger than this,
Yeah.
I'm very aware of the instruments that I have, but I'm not aware of my surroundings, which is really cool. So it's, it's like being in the dark. I
And
just
those
know where everything is.
Two different bowls. They're bigger and smaller, or because they sound completely different, but yet they're glass. Are they both glass?
They're pure quartz crystal.
Quartz
They're
crystal.
quartz, yeah. So
right.
I actually brought the wrong bowls for the tuning for this. I have so many instruments. So I have another Santur. So this Santur is in D,
Yeah.
which I usually end the second set with, and I have another Santur that I start the show with, which is in C, which what these bowls would have accompanied. So this bowl is C, and this bowl is G, and then the bowls that I use for this Santur are A and D.
A and D, okay.
Yeah, and then I have a couple of larger bowls that I play in accompaniment with the gongs. So.
And then you create this whole wall of sound.
Wall of sound, yeah, very much so.
Ah, and what's that thing in your mouth?
Harmonica.
Oh, so
Yeah,
it is a harmonica.
It's a harmonica.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Wow. Hey. So we're going to be back in a minute, and we're going to finish the third and final segment with David. But there's more with David. We'll see you in a minute. Thank you. Well, we're back, and how about that? I hope that you enjoyed the music, and we got to know David a little bit better, but now we're really going to get to know David. I've got 15 questions that I'm going to ask him. I ask the same questions to every single one of my guests, but the good thing about it is everyone has a different answer. David, are you ready to be known?
I'm ready.
All right. First question.
What's the prize?
Oh, the prize is the satisfaction of knowing.
Oh, that's...
What is the best sandwich?
Best sandwich for me is a vegan turkey sandwich with vegan mayonnaise.
Vegan mayonnaise, vegan turkey, and what kind of bread?
16 grain.
16 grain, toasted or not?
None toasted.
Not toasted.
Yes, yes.
Butter? Oh no, you said
Earth balance.
Earth balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's yummier than it sounds.
No, I love.
And it's real cheese. You can't fake the cheese.
Well, thank you.
Yes, no vegan cheese. No,
Okay.
No.
All right.
The cheese doesn't allow me to say I'm vegan.
We need the cheese.
We need.
What's the one thing that you own that you really should throw out?
I have an old pair of Skechers that I refuse to get rid of, and actually my wife has hid them and threw them out a couple of times, and I have found them. Dug them out of the garbage. Yeah, it's a
Where are
scene
they
from
now?
This Is 40, except
I
it's
won't
shoes, not
tell.
cupcakes.
Where are they? They're hidden.
I'm wearing them right now.
Are those it?
Those are it.
They look brand new.
They are.
You see? They last forever, those.
Shh.
What is the scariest animal?
Mama bear.
No one has ever said that. Of course.
Don't want to mess with the mama bear.
Don't
Ever.
Mess. And even when people say, don't mess with the mama bear.
Yeah. I've seen my wife in mama bear mode. It's you back off. You blow the whistle.
Okay.
You get the
that
bear
is
spray
beautiful.
out.
You
Yeah.
get the bear spray out.
Actually, you don't want to do that.
No, just give her Chanel. Apples or oranges?
Oranges. Fresh.
Fresh.
Yeah. There's nothing worse than not a good orange.
I know.
Apples you can get away with. Oranges have to
I've
be.
never picked an orange off a tree, but I've picked an apple off a tree.
Yeah.
So.
Love oranges. Love orange juice.
Have you ever asked someone for their autograph?
I have not.
You have not?
I have not.
Oh.
Not even myself.
God, you're so stoic and staid.
I haven't met anybody famous.
I'm a big goof. What do you think happens when we die?
Well, this might be off the wall a little bit.
There's nothing there's no wrong answer.
I have thought about it
Yeah?
many times over the years, and the music fits into, raises questions when I'm performing. I know that I don't want to come back. That much I know. Mm-hmm. I find it very difficult to be human. So I wonder if that has something to do with, maybe it's not all what we think it is. I don't know.
Ah.
And I'm not curious because, I'm not somebody who says, I hope I come back, or,
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Again, that's the first time anyone's answered it like that. This is why I love these 15 questions,
For
asking
sure.
everyone the
Yeah.
same thing.
Now, just to allow, I mean, I love
can.
my wife and my daughter immensely.
Of course.
And the thought of never seeing them again, knowing or not knowing obviously would change my answer, but not knowing, I don't want to come back. So.
I'm just gonna stay there for a second. Favorite action movie?
Tears of the Sun, Bruce Willis.
Oh, funny you said that. My husband wanted to watch that the other day.
It's pretty heavy, but
Yeah?
it's good.
Okay.
It's a good movie.
You get one song to listen to for the rest of your life.
Oh,
What is it?
That's a tough one.
It is. But it's the rest of your life.
We mentioned the Grateful Dead in the first segment.
Yeah.
There's hundreds of songs which would be very difficult to choose from. There's a song I've been listening to for quite a while, and it's a newer song by Gord Downie from The Hip, and it's called "Hear Me Howl," and I've listened to it many times, and it's a song that has a lot of parts to it. There's good lyrics, makes you think. It's a little bit longer song, so it's not it's not a 2-minute Beatles song. So Hear Me Howl.
And you get something out of it each
Yeah,
time.
it's a beautiful song, written probably just before he's either after he's diagnosed or so. It's Hear Me Howl. I think that has something to do with what he was tapping into.
I'm going to listen to that.
Yeah.
Favorite smell?
Orange essential oil.
Oh, you and the oranges.
Oh, yeah. Something
Yay.
uplifting about it.
That is beautiful.
You put that on, and how are you in a bad mood when you're smelling that?
Oh, man, I like thieves oil, you see.
Thieves are nice.
See, I love
Lang Lang's good. Patchouli.
Yeah, but the orange essential. Okay, I'll go through my oils and find that one just for you. Least favorite smell? Wow.
Ginger.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like ginger.
I would have never thought that from you.
I do not like ginger.
A hippie like you?
I know, right? Well, I see. I mean, maybe I'm a vampire. I don't know. Well, that's garlic. My wife and daughter love ginger. I
love it. I
somebody
eat it.
overcooked it once for me, or used too much in something, and that was it.
I eat it. I take it.
You can have it all. You can have my share.
I will. Thank you. If we ever have dinner, I'm taking your ginger.
You can have my ginger.
Japanese. Flat or sparkling?
Neither.
Really?
No, I'm not a
Water drinker?
good water. Good,
So
good,
flat.
good, clean
Water.
spring water.
Okay.
100%.
We'll let you go with that
Yeah.
one. Most used app on your phone? I don't have an app. I just talk to the gods. No, go on.
I talk to the bowls. Probably Google Maps.
Google Maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is my favorite, actually.
Yeah.
I am so lost.
Only
without
when it gets you to where you're going, not down a back alley.
Oh, yeah, that
Which
was
it's
up
done.
before. Hopefully it's
Yeah.
now it's better. Describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
Fearful. Wondering. That's 5.
Yeah. Fearful, wondering.
Anger. The way things are. I wouldn't say hopeful because right now I'm not, so I can't say it.
Okay.
Uh,
I love it because this is for right now.
yeah.
There's one more word that you need to find.
Excitement for my daughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm looking
I have to
forward to
throw
you
that in
knowing
there.
that.
Yeah.
So I have been thinking about the same number all the time. What's my number?
6.
No, I can't tell you either.
Ah.
Do you think that Kelowna needs a new performing arts center?
Well, I'm a transplant from Ontario, so I have
Okay.
just getting to.
So you're just getting used to
I do know
it.
what's around here. I would say no, based on what I've seen. I think the two that come to mind could use an update.
Yeah.
And building something new, I think, would be irresponsible. I think just fixing up what's here.
I love that.
Yeah.
David Hickey, thank you for being my guest today.
Thank you.
Well, that's it. We are known. This is Anna Jackson saying goodbye with Whattaya Say with Anna J. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.